I want to tell you something that might make you a little bit uncomfortable. I think many of us brought survival habits into the Western world without even realizing it. And they're quietly creating chaos in our homes. Let me explain, okay? I honestly believe that if many of our home countries had the reliable systems that we experience here in the West, many of us would not live here, would be back home. Think about it. When you pay your electricity bill here, you expect electricity for the most part, right? When you turn on the tap, you expect water. When you pay for internet, you expect it to work. Many of us adapted to environments where unpredictability was normal. If you understand, you know exactly what I mean. You learn to improvise, to figure it out, to make a plan B, C, all the way to plan D or E. And that is beautiful because it's resilience. But resilience is not the same as structure. And sometimes we unknowingly bring the same way of operating into our homes. You react instead of prepare. You solve today's problem instead of building tomorrow's system. You wing it because that's what we've always known. But sis, survival strategies don't always serve us in seasons that we're trying to build. And let's dig a little bit deeper. When you look at scripture, God values order, period. Before he created humanity, he created the environment for them to thrive in. He established systems, light and darkness, day and night, the sun, the moon, the seasons, the oceans, the water cycle. Everything had a purpose. Everything had order. Creation was not random, it was intentional. And if God established systems before placing people in them, why do we think we can thrive without creating order in our own homes? God is not a God of confusion. He's a God of order. Maybe that's why chaos drains us so much. We weren't designed to live in constant reaction. And please hear me. I'm not sitting here pretending like I've mastered this. I have not. Not even close. This wasn't my default. This wasn't modeled for me. I had to learn it, and I'm still learning it the hard way. Through mistakes, through financial hardship, through frustrations, through realizing that I couldn't keep praying for peace while refusing to build the systems that created it. That's one of the reasons why I've brought it to this platform, because I know what it feels like to want a different life, but not know how to build it. And so today, I want to show you where I started. Because if you're anything like me, you don't need 50 new habits. You need one place to begin. And honestly, I started with money. Not because money is the most important thing. No, actually, Jesus said in Luke 16 that if you cannot be trusted with the least, which is money, how can you be trusted with the true riches of life? Money isn't everything, but it reveals a lot. It reveals habits, priorities, self-control, planning, stewardship, and for many of us, it's one of the biggest sources of stress and contention in our homes. Let me ask you a few questions, and don't answer me, answer yourself. You probably know how much you earn, but do you know how much you spend every day, every week, every month? Do you know where your money actually goes? Or are you surprised every month wondering where it all disappeared to? Now here's an even harder question. Do you know how much it actually costs to be you, to live your life, to run your household, because you cannot manage what you don't measure? That was transformational for me. My first system was actually very simple. I wrote down every single dollar I spent, not to judge myself, not to shame myself, and that's not why we're doing this, just to become aware. Awareness always comes before change, because until you see your patterns, you cannot change your patterns. So after a few weeks, I started noticing things, habits, impulse spending, little purchases that didn't seem much on their own, but added up over time. I wasn't trying to become restrictive, and that's not what we're doing here either. I was becoming intentional, and that's the difference. So here's your homework for this week. Don't create a budget yet. Don't download 10 apps. Don't try to fix your finances overnight. Just pay attention. For the next 7 days, write down everything you spend, everything. No shame, no guilt, just awareness. Because every system starts with understanding your current reality. Sis, remember this. You cannot build an intentional life with accidental habits. Peace doesn't happen because we wish and just pray for it without doing the work it takes. It grows when we build it, one system, one habit, one intentional decision at a time. And next week, we'll talk about what to do with what you discover. I'll see you in the next video, and please share this video with anyone that you know it will benefit. See you next week.